Okay, good morning all. So I hope I am audible. Good. Let me share the screen. Yeah. How are you all? Okay, doing good. Let's start Angular. Yeah. Okay, what we discussed till yesterday, sir. Let me have a quick recap of it. Then once we do the recap, we'll move into what we have to discuss. Sir, what we discussed yesterday is actually very, very important when it comes to the Angular or when it comes to the even, you know, when it comes to even this TypeScript also. Sir, TypeScript, is it useful only for Angular? No, not at all. Angular is actually built in with TypeScript. You can use TypeScript with any of your projects. Okay, any of your projects like basic HTML, CSS, JavaScript. There also you can use, there also you can use TypeScript because if till now, if you see, till now I did not use any Angular on, but still this thing is there. But still you can use it this, TypeScript and all. So same way you can use any of your projects like Angular, React, React or Vue or any other front end also. Basic HTML, CSS, JavaScript or any other front end also you can use it with TypeScript, sir. So understanding TypeScript is very crucial for the people. Now anyway, now sir, what are the main concepts which we discussed yesterday? I want you to focus on those things again. First, what are interfaces and what are type aliases? Type aliases and what are you know functions. How do you write functions in TypeScript? And how do you write classes in TypeScript? And inside the classes, what you will have like inside how you will put constructor or inheritance is between, see, inheritance can be between interfaces, inheritance between classes also. Class can implement the inheritance, class can implement the interface. That's a different case. That's not an inheritance case. Okay. If you are familiar with this all concepts, we will move further. Is there anyone having any other doubts? Is there anyone having any other doubts in this particular ones? Any doubts? Anyone? You can just ask me this, and we'll start it. If everyone is clear, we will start it. Okay, so I think I can start it. Some person asked type alias, inheritance, and can you explain type alias, type alias, type. So as majority of the people goes with type alias, I'm just gonna repeat this type alias. Okay, so which are very basic and simple topics, sir. The type alias. Now, whatever the programs we are doing it, sir. This program also I will post it in the uh, drive today. Okay, don't worry. Now, so if you see in this program itself, this is OOP concept. Where is the depth? I think we discussed in this. I think type aliases. Yes, here. See, what are these type aliases, sir? Type alias means you will write alias means some other name. For example, see, you will write it in English basically. You can say Prasad alias Raj. That means people can call Prasad as Raj. Okay, that's what in English it means, right? So you can call one particular element in another particular in the name of another particular element. You will use alias. That's what the English basically will tell you. Same way, sir. Type alias means same way it will use a keyword called type. Basically, what it will do, instead of calling a number, for example, see, let num, which is equals to 25. So automatically, what is num's data type? Num's data type, you have to define it as number. So basically, you know that. No, I don't want to define it as number. I want to define it as Raj. Sir, is there any data type as Raj, sir? No, absolutely. There is no data type named as Raj. But I want to define the data type as Raj itself. Okay, my custom data type. Sometimes I want to create a data type which is a mixture of two things, or I want to create a data type called a basic number data type as another data type. Okay, now in those cases what you will do, I will write it this as Raj, and before line I will say type Raj means number. Now see, now it will not say any other. Now actually num is number only. Num is number only, see. But did I write it as number? No, I write it as Raj. So it will take it as number. Is it clear till now? Till now, is it clear, sir? Okay. Now let's go with somewhat more further. Somewhat more further. Sir, same thing. Can I write it with type some objects? My object, which is my object two, which can be name. Name is something number. Sorry, name is should be something string, and a phone number. Sorry, string. Phone number should be uh, a number. See, now if you focus on this, if you focus on this, it's very very simple, sir. Again and again, and I'm giving it. What I did here, sir, instead of writing it as number name I gave to Raj. Okay, I said type Raj equals to number. So next time after this line, if anywhere I said Raj, it will think it is Raj and number are same. Okay, it will think Raj is also one data type. Raj is also one data type. What data type? What it will take? Data type means it will take one type of number, right? One type of data, right? So it will take number data type. Same way. Now next time when I write let num equals to 25, this time I define the num as Raj. When I define the num as Raj, automatically it will understand num is a number. That's the first thing. Now second thing, sir, if I write an object like this, see, name as string and phone number as number. Now if I write let student 1 or student 2 is of type my object 2. So now student 2 is of my object 2. Sir, did I know what is data type of my object? No one knows. There is no data type called my object only. I defined customly. Basically, what are data types which we have? Number, string, boolean, or null, or undefined, or some custom arrays or some union types. These are the things which we know. But what if I want to write some new object, some new type? Then I will use something called type my object 2. I wrote it. Now this my object 2 is one data type. This data type will contain an object form, and it will contain name and phone number, and name should be string and phone number should be number. That's what the my object 2 means. Now see, inside this if I give name something string and phone number which is a number, then it will not say any error. It's absolutely fine. So I define its data type. I define its data type as my object 2. Sir, you can do the same thing with interface also, no? Let me show it to you. If I use interface also, it is exactly same. My obj, I'm using another name, but if you see the syntax difference, you can see it. Name, string, same thing I'm writing interface also. People will usually get confused with this, but actually it's very simple. See, how do you write types? When you write type alias, you will put types, sir. You will put object name, whatever the name of the variable you want to give. You will put equals. You will put equals to. If it is interface, you don't need to. That is first difference. Second difference. Interfaces are used for mainly objects only. Here, type I used for number, na, right or not? The type I used for just numbers, sir. Interfaces you cannot use like that. Type is used for numbers, type can be used for objects, type can also used for functions also. But interfaces cannot be used like that. Interfaces basically means for objects. Okay, that is first thing. Now someone asked me one nice question actually. Siva Prasad put it, I think. Sir, we already have data types. We can use them directly. Why we need to use type alias? Right. That is exactly right. We can use, sir, instead of writing it number here, you can write number here. Absolutely fine. You don't need to use Raj. But point is there are some situations where you can't avoid it. Okay. Like for example, while creating objects or while creating functions. Okay. Or while creating custom ones. See, for example, Raj, number or string. There is one thing called number or string. What you will do, you have to write this number or string here, na? Instead of writing that much big, whenever I get it as number or string, I will say NRS. NRS means number or string. I will use that custom one, isn't it? Are you getting my point in real time logic, ma? When you want to, instead of writing it in a big logic, when multiple times I want to make it as small as possible, which is a custom data type. Okay. So even in your other programming languages also, you can start your own. You can define your own data type also. Okay. Now same way here type alias works. Now what is the difference between type alias and the interface is very very important. See, syntactically equals will come here, no equals to. Second one, interfaces are used for only objects and types, not for objects. Type are used for normal values or unions or functions or objects, anything. One of the more important more important difference are types cannot have inheritance. See, type my object for my okay sorry type my object for extends my object to, which is not possible. This is not right. Extend should not be given for types because type alias is just a name. You are giving an another name. You should not have something called inheritance. Okay, but interfaces will have inheritance. One interface can extend another interface, and at the same time types cannot be taken by classes. Types are just a property which you can take it by an object or a function something. But interfaces are implemented by classes. Okay, those are the major differences, sir. I want you to focus on those things also. Then next, inter types areas also solve something called functions. To understand, first understand simple thing functions also. How do you deal functions, sir? If you see any function, sir, you will write function and after that function name. Let's take function name fun, and inside this you will, let's take, you are taking it one variable, one parameter, which is number. So fun will take only one parameter, sir, which is number, and then open brace, close brace. So simple na function. But this function will return something na. Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me now what data type it will return? What data type the function will return?
Number.
What data type function will return, sir? Number. Very good. So it is returning number. That means you should write it here. It is returning number. Simple. Okay. Okay. Now cons. The same thing I'm writing it in arrow functions. For the people who don't know arrow functions, just focus it here. It is so simple. Arrow functions will write it as a function expressions which is equals to now here a which is number which will return numbers here. Fun to now return a asterisk 10 or a asterisk 5. Same thing, sir. Now focus here. Whatever I wrote it in 150 to this function, this function, and this one both are same. Only the name is different. Only the name is different. For the people who don't know arrow functions, this is how first if you are completely new to arrow functions, sir, what you do, write normal functions only and then try to convert into arrow functions. Like that, if you try it for one, two functions, then automatically you will remember the arrow functions for lifetime. Hmm? Now, sir, imagine I have another function which is const fun3. This const fun3 also will take a one parameter only, number type, and will return number type only. Okay. Now return b asterisk 10. Now see, like this fun2, what is fun2 is doing? Fun2 is taking, focus ma, fun2 is taking one value and returning a number. Fun2 is taking one number and returning one number. Fun3 is also taking one number, returning one number. Like fun4 is there, fun5 is there, fun6 is there. So many functions are there. Everyone is taking one number and returning one number. Taking one number, returning one number. So you have to write for every function like this, na? Which is not great. You should not repeat things like that. Instead, I will repeat, I will write it, type, type, fun. I'm defining my own type fun, which is equals to one parameter, which is number, and it will return number. Okay. So next time onwards, what I will do, I don't need to write this all logic. See, I will say this is of fun data type. Same thing. This also. I don't need to write this all. This is of fun data type. So what I did, sir, here arrow functions only if it is arrow functions or function expressions only you can do this type ma. Now here I just defined instead of writing it a number return number a number b number return number in so many times, I just defined my own custom type for function, like what the function will take and what the function will return, and I just write it there. See, which is how much easy, it's on my custom type. Okay. And now, sir, for the people who don't know basic JavaScript, I'm saying it, arrow functions and normal functions are actually completely different. People will think it is just a way of writing it in a different way. No, the point is arrow functions. If you use, first thing it will simplify the code. Okay, it will make your code somewhat look modern and simplify. That is okay. Second thing, there is one operator called this. I think I told you, I gave assignment also. I told you all to understand this yesterday, and some people really replied nicely. This is current calling object. Inside arrow functions you will not have implicit this. That means if you write inside the arrow functions, if you write this, automatically it will go with the main window. If you write it inside function, it will go with current calling object. Arrow functions don't use the this. That is the advantage with arrow functions. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now if you have any doubts ma, you can ask it. Now, in arrow functions, is curly braces required, sir? No, not required. Actually, you can make it more easy also. Now, I am habituated with the curly braces. I can directly write like this. It will same. If arrow function is having only one statement, you don't need to write return also. Both are same. See? So, you can make the program more simple. Arrow functions means. Arrow functions, curly braces are not needed. But I just habituated with the curly braces. That's it. Okay? This is basically one line function then. Okay, you don't need to write return, you it will come automatically return only if one statement is there. If more than one statement is there, then you have to return, sir. Okay, is it clear ma, everyone? Yeah. And sir, same way like how it will solve for your programming languages Java or C sharp or .NET. If functions have some overloading, it will solve based on the data type. If it is JavaScript, sir, JavaScript cannot solve the function overloading easily because JavaScript don't have the specific data type. But TypeScript have specific data type. First, it will go with the number of parameters. Second, it will go with the each parameter's type. Okay, same as how your normal programming languages works. Okay, function overloadings also will be possible. Now, next one, an important one which we discussed yesterday is classes in OOPS concept. So you can define one class, sir. When you write one class, inside the class, usually everything will be public, sir. You can write it or you can leave it. Usually everything is a public. So these are called, see, inside the classes, this is class data, okay, or property. Class will have their own properties, sir, and class will have called their own methods, sir. These are methods. You need not to, sir. I think everyone knows this. Inside the class, you need not to write let to const and all. By default, it will take it. Inside the class, you don't need to take any let or const or something. That is first point. Second thing, inside the classes, whatever the functions you are having, you don't need to write as function because that is not a function. That is a method. That is the difference because method belongs to some particular object. Now, even though it is having class, class is like a just a phenomenal concept. Only objects will use this ones. Okay. Now it is having first name, it is having last name, and it is having one thing constructor, sir. Always understand what is mean by constructor. Constructor is a first method which will be called whenever you call a particular class. Whenever you started to instantiate the class, the first thing it will call is the constructor. Inside the constructor, I am taking two parameters. One is first name and another one last name, and I'm giving the first name to this dot first name. This means current calling object. That means current class, which is first name part here. See, then last name, which is this last name. So now get full name is one method which will return the first name and last name. What will happen if I write it here? Let obj equals to. What if here I write it here? Obj one. If I write it here, let obj one is equals to new person, new person. Inside this, I'm giving uh, John, comma, Doe. What will happen, sir? Now see this person, this is a constructor. So for the people of Java, they will understand it very easily. How it will work, sir? It will take John, sir, and it will go to here constructor. Inside the constructor, first name is John and last name is Doe. Then this first name is given to this first name, which is this dot first name. So first name will become John, last name will become Doe. Then it will go here. Now, did I write anything? No, that's it. That will work. Now, next step, if I write obj1 dot, see, I can get all the things. If I write get full name, automatically what will happen? It will call and it will return this dot first name. What is this dot first name? What is this dot first name, sir? This dot first name is something like, uh, this dot first name is John and last name is Doe. So I will get answer as John Doe. Is it clear, ma? Are everyone okay with the functions? Sorry, everyone okay with the classes? Everyone okay with the classes, ma? Yeah, classes are the easiest topic, sir. Now, because you already had a concept of in your programming languages. Next, sir, one class can inherit the properties of another class. How you will get the inheritance, sir? For example, here class super person. This is what we did yesterday. Class super person is taking the properties of person by using a keyword called extends. By using a keyword called extends. If I write extends, sir, then automatically what it will do, it will take the values from the first name, last name, and those values will be taken. And here constructor, sir, whenever super class you wrote, sir, if one class inherits from another class, then super person inherits from person. So super person is called super person and person, right? So then what it will do, super person is called, is called the subclass. A person is called superclass and super person is called the subclass. And again, person is called the base class and super person is called the derived class. Okay, and person is actually parent class and super person is actually child class. Understand that scenarios. Okay. Sir, how do you do this? How do you do this, what how do you do exactly the super keyword? Sir, super keyword will be used here the moment you call the super person. It will take three values and it will call super. Now whenever you use super, it will go to the super class. So what is super class for this? The person class, because person class is extended. So it will go to here, sir, and it will go here and it will check this details. Okay. So how PFL will work? See, here I'm creating one object, sir. Let obj4, which is equals to new super person, fly, Raj, Shaker. Now these three values, fly will be P, Raj will be F, Shaker will be L. Right or not? Three arguments will be taken. Now first thing what it will do, it will take it like super F comma L. So immediately this second two, Raj and Shaker, F comma L, will be go for super class. So what is super class here? Here super class is something called, here see, super class is person. So it will go to person class. Inside the person class, automatically it will go to directly constructor only. Now first name is given as Raj, last name will be given as Shaker. Now it will take this dot first name means Raj, this dot last name means Shaker. And this first name and last name are changed now. Very good, sir. But first name and last name are changed in person, na? But where am I accessing, where am I in now? Super person. But if you see inside super person, you can even access, if I write obj4, I can access first name, I can access last name, I can access get full name also. Why can't I access static? Because static is actually class 1. If you declare something as static, then you can't access it. If I write it now, now I can access static one also, which is power, basically. Any doubts, ma? No. I hope it's clear, sir. Okay. Just have a focus of it and you will understand it 100%. Now, if I write it here, get full name, index.html. Here I'm just writing it as oop.js. Now there is no oop.js only, but I will make it oop.js now. Terminal. Now here cd project, cd project. Now here npx create, sorry, npx dsc, npx dsc. Uh, here oop.ts. If you do it, what will happen, sir? Automatically, it will create JavaScript file. And see, in my JavaScript file, this whole program is there. Okay. Now only the thing is there. However, it will understand the classes and all the concepts. In that way, it will convert. See, basic inheritance and all it converted. And now this inheritance and all exactly functioning is exactly same. In functioning, it won't be making any difference. Now if I write it here, go live, check it here, inspect, now console. Now if you see what I'm doing it, I'm just printing it. Oh, I'm just printed a function where it is .js. Here see, I did not call the function. I just printed the function. If you see down, so that's why whole function got printed. No, you should call the function, na? Then only function will get called, right? Now what will first thing again run it. Instead of running it again and again, if you are come to my initial classes, you will remember something called watch. Okay. Now you may use watch also. See, Rajshekhar came. Rajshekhar came. Sir, Rajshekhar came because from super person it went to the person, and inside the person it gave it as first name as Raj and second name as last name as Shekhar. Focus here. If you focus, you will understand it how much easy it is. You can access the class values directly without objects by using something called static. What it is? Static. Okay, then this dot power will not be useful. You can directly use super person dot power. So without any value, you can use it. Now, actually, static will work inside the memory, sir. If you go in depth, it's not only about getting the values inside the memory of how it will store. It will store it in static memory. Now that's a different case anyway. Now, access specifiers, whatever we discuss these only, you have to understand these things in depth. OOP concepts were this. Now, sir, I think everyone knows this concept called access specifiers. What are access specifiers, sir? Now, access specifiers or access modifiers or whatever. Now, what are these access modifiers or access specifiers, sir? Anyone? Good. You will have something called public, private, or protected, sir. Here also you will have the similar ones. You will have public or private or protected. But majority of the time, sir, we will use here access modifiers or specifiers, whatever it is. Now inside this access modifiers, sir, how they will work basically. Public, private, and protected. These gives the access restrictions. Okay. Now using these things, you can give the access. Now by default one is public, sir. Default is public. I'm sorry. If you are from Java, sir, by default you will have another thing called default. But here default one is public itself, so anyone can access it. So here, whatever the members which are specified as public can be accessed anywhere, can be accessed anywhere means within class, within class, and outside class also. Outside class, okay. Outside class also, externally anyone can access. Not only the children, anyone can access directly. Now, next one, sir. What if I want to have something called private? Private means now these things cannot be accessed everywhere. Okay, they cannot be accessed outside, outside of class. Okay. Now, now next one, protected. Protected means protected can be accessed only by class and its subclasses. Subclasses means the children which are having inheritance, sir. Okay. So these were the called access modifiers, sir. You will just give them public, private, and before this. Now, sir, this is interesting point. If you write it public, by default, you can access outside the project. That means external code also you can use. Okay, external file, external code, outside the project also you can use it. That is what the public basically means. Protected means only in this particular class and subclasses you can use it. Private cannot be used anywhere except in that particular class. Okay. Okay. I hope you are clear with these things, because these were also very important when it comes to OOPS concepts, sir. Okay. Now next component, next one. Let's understand some more interesting points when it comes to something called constructor, sir. I know that you all know constructor, but basically constructors. Let me give one constructor means. For example, class rectangle is there. Class rectangle is there. Now, usually we will prefer this. If you understand constructor, sir, there is one nice concept which will come to you in the Angular using constructor. So understanding constructor is very important. Now here, which is width, number, something called height, number. So it will say initialization is not done, some error, and that error will be done once the constructor is defined, because constructor will be called before this global variable. Now here I'm taking W, which is number, comma H, which is number. Now if I write it here inside the constructor, this dot width means main class ka width, which is equals to W. So this dot height, which is H. See how what I'm writing, it is exactly same. Okay, here equals. Earlier I took the person, here I'm taking another one. Okay, see. Now if I write get area, now I want you to understand it in practically how you can use it, these things. Now I'm just using, if someone call this one, you will get it written uh, in backticks dollar this dot width asterisk dollar this dot height, isn't it? See how much easy it is. Now if I write it here, these were public ones. Now if I give it some values here, if I go here, write it. Now, now can anyone tell me, if I write it here, let shape 1, which is equals to a new rectangle rectangle of here 40 comma 30. Can anyone tell me what will be the value if I write it here? Shape 1 dot get area. What's the value you will get, sir? If I write here console dot log. Good. Many people mention it as 40 into 30, which is 1200. Perfect. Now, same thing, sir. What if I mention these things are private? Now, will also be same thing, sir. Now, see. Now, see. 40 into 30. Now, see, it is exactly same because I'm using a string, sir. I'm not calculating it, so it will be 40 into 30. So now, sir, yeah, can't we return like this? Yeah, because see, I just return it like this. You will get 40 asterisk 30. If you wanna calculate it again, you have to put it in dollar braces. Then it will calculate it. Okay. Now, instead of this, if you write it instead of this string, if you write it directly, if you write it directly, this dot width asterisk this dot height, you will get the answer directly. You see here, answer you will get it. Okay. Earlier I intentionally didn't put the answer anyway. Now, sir, if you put private, it won't have any differences here. Okay, it can be accessed easily. But if you give it private, it can't be accessed outside. That is what the majority part. Okay. Now, inside this particular one in the constructor, you can go with anything, sir. But what if here I put private? Okay. Now this private value in outside one. Okay, outside this particular class, you can't access it. Only in this particular one, only in this particular class can access this. If I write it here, shape one dot. See, did I get this? Wait. Anyway, shape one is an object only, na? Object should have all the rights to take the class, right? No. Object also cannot take this thing because it's outside. Okay. So you can't take that width. But if I go here, get area. Now, now see. So you can't take this width, but width is taken by something get area which is inside the class only, and this get area is using this width, and this get area is not a private one, so you can use it. So ultimately, you are using that width value. Okay. So these things I want you to remember this. Now, uh, yeah, that's it. You can go with that. And last but not least, in the classes in OOPS concept, one more thing is there called abstract class. So whatever the class which we are seeing it till now if you see, you have seen encapsulation where the data methods and combined together. This is encapsulation actually. This data and methods we are writing it. And we know inheritance. Abstraction concept comes with here. What is abstract class? Can anyone tell me what does it mean by abstract class, sir? Can anyone tell me what does it mean by abstract classes? Because you will have these things in your programming languages also you will have this. Yes, someone by using the method, someone saying it like which has no body, class has methods without body, using by getter setters methods. Yes, you can use getter setters. It's an optional one. Hiding unnecessary data, a class which is declared abstract keyword. See, everyone is right. So abstract classes are used with the keyword called abstract. Here also same, sir. Okay. Now abstract, if you write one class, abstract class,
Yes, sir.
let me write one thing called shape. Now inside this, absolutely empty. You will not have any data. You can have methods, but actually methods are also abstract. I'm giving abstract methods here. Okay. Now you can write a normal method also, sir, but I am writing it as abstract method here. Calculate area, now which will return a number. That's it. Did I write anything? No. So basically, abstract classes are like these base classes. That means always abstract classes are the parent ones. It's like the parent who did not earn anything. Okay. Now this parent wants their childs to earn and give them to something. Same way, abstract classes will not have anything. Abstract classes will be like, let me have some child classes, and the child classes will define me. Okay. Normally, how classes works when parents define their own, and the children will take their properties. But abstract classes are completely opposite. Abstract classes are like, I won't define anything, but I will create the childs, and when whoever the child using me will have to give values to me, will have to define me. Okay, that's how the abstract works. Now, for example, if I write it here in another class, class circle, which is shape, extends shape, sir. Now this class circle which is extending shape, now here I can write it, everything. I can write it here, something called radius, r, which is number. Now constructor inside the constructor, let me take it here. R here also R. This R and that R are completely not same. These are not are completely different, sir. Which is you have to write this dot R, which is equals to R. Now where did I write the mistake, sir? Constructors for derived classes must contain a super keyword. Very good. Now here, let's in super here, is there any constructors are in shape? No, nothing is there. So you can write it basic super. Simple. Now that super is not at all useful in anything. It will, whenever you put super, it will just call its parent. Okay, I'm just defining something, come to me. That's what the child class will go with that. Now I will write it calculate area also. Calculate area, which is number. See, the moment I type it, I got it here. Sir, am I writing the calculate area which is for circle? No, calculate area is actually based. Okay, there is another thing called circulating. Calculate area is basically for something, abstract class. Already it's defined inside the abstract class. Okay. Now here inside this calculate area, I will write return math dot pi, which is a constant, asterisk r. No, so there is no r. You have to write it this dot r. This dot r asterisk this dot r. So if I create an object, sir, if I give value 5, automatically it will go with 5 asterisk 525 pi, which is answer by r square. Okay. Yeah. Because the method class, this abstract class is not having any constructor, I'm just writing it super with an empty brace. Okay. Any doubts, ma? Even though, for example, abstract class or any other class, not abstract class, basically if class is having a constructor, but the constructor is not taking any parameters, you will write the super same way. Okay. It is just to instantiate the parent. Okay. Is it clear, ma? These were the basic concepts when it comes to these were the basic concepts, sir, when it comes to your oops concepts. Okay, I hope you all are clear with this oops concept, sir. Now, this one covers the OOP in the. In case if you are still not clear with any OOPS concepts, you can just have this class one more time. You can just recap it. You can just revise, or you can go to your programming languages also. It was similar. Almost every programming languages you will have the similar vibes. Okay. Now, next one. Next one, sir. We will have some more simple thing. Majority were over. Okay. Now, sir, one thing I forgot. There is one special access specifier here. That is the special access mod. It's not see public, private, protected. These are access modifiers. There is one access specifier. Okay, there is one access specifier. Access specifiers are like it will just specify the access. That is called read only. I forgot it. Let me tell you. Now, see here. If you give any value as something called read only, sir, same like in your HTML read only or whatever, read only is a typescript keyword, typescript access specifier. It is actually in the only typescript, sir. Now, if I write it here, read only, what it will make, the name itself will tell. It will make the properties as only read. You cannot write them. You cannot override them. Whatever the values are there, these were fixed. You cannot give any value to it. If I give any value to it here or anywhere, they start with start with which is equals to 25. Now it's wrong. You cannot assign to width because it is a read-only property. Okay, it can be accessed. It is public only. It is public only, but you cannot access it. You cannot. Sorry, you can access it, but you cannot. Change it. It's like the final const keyword. Okay, is it clear, ma? You can have for type or for interface also you can put a read only so that that interface cannot be changed. Okay, till now any doubt, sir? Till, okay, again one more time, sir. If you declare any value as something called read only, see here width is read only. Now here what width is normal, so if I write this dot width equals to 25. Now what will happen? Initially it will take something width. Okay, whatever it will take, if someone called area, automatically it will change the width to 25. And then it will write this dot width asterisk this dot height. This is what the function will do. If initially see if I call here, what will happen? 40, 30 will go. So 40 will be width now, 30 will be height now. Then I called shape1.getArea. But in the getArea, what I did, someone just manipulated the width as 25 again. So automatically what will happen? Now width will become 25. I will get answer 25 into 30. But which is wrong. I expected 40 into 30. Right or not? So I want to stop this kind of errors. I don't want to manipulate these things after I gave this value. Now I will say it here, read only. Then what will happen? These values will not be manipulated. Here, this is initialization. Constructor is initialization, except that anywhere you cannot change those things. Okay. Yeah, it's like the final in your Java. Okay, in JavaScript, it's like the const keyword. Okay, any doubts, ma? Any doubts? No. Module systems. it will be in JavaScript also. There is one thing called ES6 module systems. I think whoever knows JavaScript will know these things, but still just focus on one thing, ES6 module system. Just read this one before you come to tomorrow's class. It would be more better if you read it. Okay, ES6 modules inside the JavaScript. If you just read it on a surface also, it would be fine for me because I will explain it. It won't take much time. And we will cover some utilities are there. If we cover utilities, namespace, generics, and ES6, these three four things, then TypeScript will be over. Max to max tomorrow the TypeScript will be over. Okay. So the new year we may start with Angular. Okay. So focus on it. Till now whatever we discussed, you can practice it. While practicing, if you get any error, let me know. Okay. Now anyone can ask any questions, ma. You can unmute yourself and ask questions, ma. Hello. Hello, sir. Good morning. Good morning, ma. What is super, sir? Super is a keyword, ma. Super keyword will call the super class. Super class means parent class. To call the parent class constructor, we use super keyword. Okay, sir. Sir, what is difference between access modifier access access modifier means the accessing means whether you are allow or not. Okay. For that access modifiers will change the things. Okay. That means whether it is allowed in the parent or whether it is allowed in the child, whether it is in subclass or like this place is mandatory. Okay. Here based on what we are discussing, based on place, that is access modifiers. But access specifier means not based on wherever you declare. That doesn't matter. What whether you can change that value or not change that value. Those are access specifiers. Okay. Okay, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, yeah, sir. Hello. Yes, hello, tell sir. Me, ma. Tell me. I have one doubt. Why we use abstract class, sir? Means instead of abstract class, we can in abstract class methods we can write in override that methods in normal class. Yes. Then why we need that? We can directly write simple methods, no? No, 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 no. You said it like anyway we will overwrite in the child. So why to mention it in the parent, isn't it? Yes, sir. No, that's not how it works because see, imagine one particular class is there. That particular class has to be passed with 5 people or 5 places in your project. In 5 places, you have to write the same method, but are used in different ways. Uh, Everyone, please mute my one. Now, see again. Let me tell you. Now, for example, one this abstract only said this method is only there. Now, the same method will be accessed by 5 places in my project. Every place I will write the calculate area, same shape class. I will define the calculate area in different ways. For example, circle 2 take first time and it will take the shape and it mentioned the calculate area in a different way. Okay. And another, for example, circle 3 will take and this time circle 3 will define the calculate area means something another definition. So each one will have their own definitions. By taking a simple thing, you can able to modify it in a more ways. Okay. Yeah, that's how it works. Okay. Sir? Yeah, tell me, ma. Can we create object inside the class? No, you can't create an object inside the class. Everything we can access outside of the class. Obviously, class is just a phenomena. Class is not real. Class is just a phenomena which will contain all the data and all. This class phenomena will be used outside the class basically. Yes. But in other programming language, we can access the class. We can access everything inside the class. So that's why I asked you this time. No, how do you? No, no, no. How do you access everything inside the class in any programming language? Go with Java. Are you from Java? We create an object and call this method like that. You will create object outside the class only, not inside the class.